So volume and what we perceive to be as belting isn't just soft or loud. It's about air pressure. It's about tension. It's also about focus and placement. So a lot of times we, especially my young girl students, are like, I want to belt. And then they just sing very loud. And that doesn't necessarily pay off in the way that they think it does. It's not healthy. So I kind of play with like pressure, with using air pressure. And then I also play with face mapping. So I'll say, like your face has a bunch of sinus cavities on it. And if you were to put the sound in your chin is a much smaller sinus cavity than your cheeks. Now, I don't want to be confusing and say, I just want you to sing nasal, because that's actually not what I want you to do. But I try to find ways to help people visualize how they can kind of place the sound more here, and it will actually be louder because it's a more efficient use of space and of air pressure, and it resonates more, and therefore it is, to the human ear, a fuller sound, not just louder, but fuller. And if you get out like it has to do with harmonics. This is very scientific, actually. The human ear perceives harmonics with overtones. So when you get into that pocket, whatever your individual pocket is, the actual human ear will perceive it to be louder, even though it may not actually be louder. So that's kind of the balance you want to achieve. And that's really individualized for each person. So a lot of what I do is I'll give them something, whether it's a visual prompt or visualization or a physical thing. Hey, go like this, literally with your hands while you're saying, to try to focus the sound. And they'll say, oh, that was easier, is usually what they'll say. And then I'll have them record themselves, and they'll then be able to come back and say, you were right. Even though in my head it didn't sound the same, it actually did sound louder. So I guess in summary, how can we be more efficient with our air in creating what we want to achieve as being louder, more powerful, more emotional, without just singing louder and hurting ourselves?